In a world that moves faster every day, where minutes are measured in productivity and hours in profit, there lived a man who ran harder than most. His name was Marcus Webb, and for 42 years, he believed that if he could just run fast enough, time would never catch him. This is the story of the day he stopped running and discovered what he'd been missing all along. The man who stopped chasing time. The morning rush. The alarm screamed at 4:47 a.m. Not 4:45, not 4:50. Exactly 4:47. Marcus had calculated that those extra 2 minutes of sleep gave him the perfect balance between rest and efficiency. His hand shot out from under the covers with the precision of a machine, silencing the noise before the second beep could finish. He was in the shower by 4:49, dressed by 5:03, and making his protein shake by 5:12. Every movement was choreographed, every second accounted for. Marcus had lived this way for so long that he no longer thought about it. His life was a series of optimized routines, each one designed to squeeze maximum output from minimum input. The kitchen was pristine, stainless steel gleaming under LED lights. No clutter, no decoration, nothing that couldn't be cleaned in under 30 seconds. On the refrigerator, a single magnet held a printed schedule. Not because he needed it, but because his efficiency consultant had said visible goals increase productivity by 17%. 17%, Marcus muttered to himself as he downed his shake in 45 seconds flat. Every second counts. His phone buzzed with the first of what would be hundreds of notifications. Email from Tokyo, a deal closing, numbers looking good. Message from his assistant, 3 meetings moved up, 1 canceled, 2 added. Stock alert, portfolio up 2% in overnight trading. Marcus smiled. This was winning. This was a success. By 5:47, he was in his Tesla, backing out of his driveway in the expensive suburb where houses looked like museums and lawns like golf courses. His neighbors were still asleep, their lives running on normal human schedules. Marcus felt a familiar surge of superiority. While they slept, he conquered. The drive to his office took exactly 23 minutes at this hour. He knew because he'd timed it 1,247 times. During those 23 minutes, he would return 12 emails, listen to a podcast at 2.5x speed, and mentally rehearse his first presentation of the day. Time is money, his father used to say. Marcus had improved on that philosophy. Time wasn't just money, time was everything. The person who controlled time controlled their destiny. The office. Webb Industries occupied floors 40 through 45 of the Meridian Tower downtown. Marcus had built it from nothing. A small consulting firm in a strip mall had become a corporate giant in just 15 years. The key to his success? Never waste a second. The elevator opened directly into his executive suite at 6:11 a.m. His assistant, Jennifer, was already there, coffee ready, tablet loaded with the day's agenda. "Morning, Mr. Webb," she said, falling into step beside him. "The Singapore call is set for 6:30. I've updated the presentation with last night's numbers. The Thompson merger paperwork is ready for review. Your 9 a.m. with the board got moved to 8:45, which gives you 15 minutes for the Harper account review." "Good," Marcus interrupted, not breaking stride. "What about the quarterly reports?" "On your desk." I flagged the relevant sections. "Meeting prep for this afternoon?" "Done. 3 options for your review. Lunch, Working lunch with the Steinberg Group. Conference Room B. Marcus nodded, already seated at his desk, fingers flying across his keyboard. Jennifer had learned not to expect thank yous or pleasantries. There wasn't time for that. The morning blurred past in a cascade of calls, meetings, decisions. Marcus moved through it all like a conductor leading an orchestra, every movement purposeful, every word calculated. By 11:30, he'd made decisions worth $40 million, fired one executive for missing a deadline, and approved an expansion that would create 300 jobs. He ate his working lunch in 12 minutes, grilled chicken, steamed vegetables, and brown rice. Nutrition optimized for performance. No pleasure, no waste. Mr. Webb. Jennifer appeared at his door. Your 2 p.m. call. His flight is delayed. He's asking to reschedule. No. Marcus didn't look up from his screen. Find someone else to meet with. I don't have empty slots. Yes, sir. As afternoon bled into evening, Marcus felt the familiar rhythm of productivity. This was his element. This was where he thrived. While others struggled with work-life balance, Marcus had eliminated the distinction entirely. Life was work. Work was life. Everything else was just wasted time. At 7:43 p.m., he finally looked up from his computer. His office was empty. The floor was empty. Through his window, the city sprawled below, lights beginning to twinkle in the dusk. His phone buzzed. A text from his ex-wife, Rachel. Emma's recital is this weekend. She'd love to see you there. Marcus stared at the message. Emma, his daughter. I am 11 years old now. When did that happen? He quickly calculated he'd missed the last 4 recitals. This would make 5. He typed back, "We'll try. Busy weekend." Delete. Too vague. May not make it. Important client meeting. Delete. Too honest. Let me check my schedule. Send. He set the phone down and returned to his work. The recital was Saturday at 3 p.m. He had a conference call with London at 2 p.m. that could run long. Better not promise anything. The encounter. It happened on a Tuesday. Marcus was walking to a lunch meeting 3 blocks from his office. He could have driven, but walking was faster than dealing with parking, and his schedule was already behind by 7 minutes due to a call that had run long. He moved down the sidewalk like a missile, phone in one hand, briefcase in the other, weaving between slower pedestrians with practiced ease. His eyes flicked between his screen and the pavement ahead, reading an email while navigating the crowd. Then he collided with something solid. Papers exploded into the air. Marcus stumbled, his phone clattering to the concrete. His carefully maintained schedule shattered along with his composure. "Watch where you're," he started, then stopped. An old man sat on the sidewalk, surrounded by scattered sketches and drawings. He looked up at Marcus with eyes that were startlingly bright, almost amused. "I'm so sorry," the old man said, though his tone suggested he wasn't sorry at all. "I was drawing the clouds, you see, and I didn't notice you running." "I wasn't running," Marcus snapped, gathering his phone. The screen was cracked, a spiderweb of broken glass across the display. "Damn it." "Perhaps not literally," the old man said, beginning to collect his drawings. But you were certainly moving as if something was chasing you. Marcus started to leave, then hesitated. The old man was struggling to gather the papers, which the wind kept stealing and scattering. Some vestige of politeness, buried deep under years of impatience, made Marcus kneel to help. "Thank you," the old man said. "You're the first person who's stopped in quite a while." Marcus grabbed a handful of sketches. They were good, really good. Pencil drawings of clouds, buildings, people's faces. Each one captured something essential, some quality of light or expression that made them seem alive. "You're an artist," Marcus said, stating the obvious. "I draw what I see," the old man replied, "and what I see is someone running very fast toward nothing at all." Marcus stood abruptly, handing over the papers. "I'm late for a meeting." "Of course you are," the old man smiled. "The question is, what are you early for?" "What?" "You're late for a meeting, but what are you early for? Your funeral? The end of your life? The moment you realize you've wasted all your time saving time?" Marcus felt a flash of anger. "I don't have time for philosophy." "No," the old man agreed. "You don't have time for anything, do you? That's the problem." Marcus turned and walked away, his jaw tight. Crazy old man. Probably homeless. Definitely wasting his life drawing pictures on the street. Marcus had better things to do. But as he walked, the old man's question echoed in his mind. "What are you early for?" The crack in the machine. The phone was fixable, but the crack in Marcus's mind was not. That night, he couldn't focus. Numbers blurred on his screen. His usual razor-sharp concentration felt dulled, fuzzy. He kept thinking about the old man's drawings, the way they captured something Marcus couldn't name. At 9:47 p.m., he closed his laptop. This was unprecedented. He never stopped before 11. His penthouse apartment was silent and cold. Modern furniture, expensive art on the walls. Pieces he'd bought because his interior designer said they were good investments. He'd never really looked at them. Marcus poured himself a scotch and stood by the window. The city stretched below, a million lights, a million people, all running their own races against time. When had he last just stopped? He couldn't remember. The next morning, his alarm went off at 4:47. His hand moved to silence it, then paused. For the first time in years, Marcus let it ring. 5 seconds, 10, 15. Then he turned it off and lay back down. The ceiling stared down at him. He felt a strange sensation in his chest. Was it anxiety? Guilt? He should be up, in the shower, starting his routine. Every second he wasted was a second he'd never get back. But he didn't move. At 5:12, exactly when he should have been making his protein shake, Marcus was still in bed. The sky outside his window was beginning to lighten, gray dawn bleeding into black night. He thought about Emma. I am 11 years old. When had he last really talked to her? Not the rushed phone calls, the distracted exchanges during mandatory custody visits. When had he last sat down and listened to her? He thought about Rachel, his ex-wife. She'd left him 3 years ago. "I can't compete with your schedule," she'd said. "I need a husband, not a productivity machine." He'd thought she was being dramatic. Now, lying in the growing light, he wasn't so sure. At 6:43, Marcus finally got out of bed. He'd lost an hour and 56 minutes of his carefully planned morning. The thought should have sent him into a panic. Instead, he felt strangely calm. He made coffee slowly, actually tasting it for the first time in years. He sat at his kitchen counter and watched the sunrise through his window. It was beautiful. When had he stopped noticing things like that? The experiment. Marcus went to work, but something had shifted. He felt like he was watching himself from outside, seeing his own franticness with new eyes. In the morning meeting, his VP of operations was presenting. Marcus found himself watching the man's face instead of his slides. The guy looked exhausted, dark circles under his eyes, a tie slightly crooked, wedding ring that he kept twisting nervously. "How's your family, Tom?" Marcus interrupted mid-presentation. Tom blinked. "Excuse me?" "Your family. You have kids, right?" Yes, sir. 2 boys, 8 and 6. "You see them much?" Tom shifted uncomfortably. Everyone in the room was staring. Marcus never asked personal questions. "Well, I try to make it home for dinner when I can." "Do you?" Marcus leaned back in his chair. "Really?" Mr. Webb, is this about my performance?" "No. I'm just wondering when we all agreed that killing ourselves was the definition of success." The room was silent. "Sir." Marcus shook his head. "Continue with your presentation." But his mind was elsewhere. He was thinking about the old man's drawings, about Emma's recital, about the sunrise he'd watched that morning. After the meeting, Jennifer appeared with his schedule. "Your 10:30 is here." "Cancel it," Marcus said. "Sir." "Cancel it. Cancel everything for today." Jennifer's face went pale. "Mr. Webb, you have 12 meetings scheduled. The board presentation is at 2. Reschedule them." "But..." "Jennifer." Marcus looked at her, really looked at her, for the first time in months. She looked tired too. "When did you last take a day off?" Last month, I think." "You think?" She straightened defensively. "I had that Saturday off for my sister's wedding." "A Saturday that you spent answering my emails." She didn't deny it. Marcus stood. "Take tomorrow off. Actually off. I'll see you Friday." "Mr. Webb, I don't understand." "Neither do I," he said and walked out. The return. Marcus found himself walking back to the spot where he'd collided with the old man. He didn't know why. He had no reason to be there, but his feet carried him anyway. The old man was there, sitting on the same spot, drawing. "Ah," he said without looking up. "The runner returns." Marcus stood awkwardly. "I wanted to apologize. For the other day." "For running into me or for running in general?" "Both, maybe." The old man gestured to the ground beside him. "Sit." Marcus hesitated. His suit would get dirty. He'd be late getting back to the office. There were 100 reasons not to. He sat. "What are you drawing?" Marcus asked. "A bird that was here a moment ago, probably gone now, but I remember how it looked." Marcus watched the old man's hands move across the paper. Confident strokes, no hesitation. Creating something from nothing. "Can I ask you something?" Marcus said. "You can ask anything. Time is free." "How did you know, the other day, that I was running?" The old man smiled. "Because I used to run too. Faster than you, probably. I ran for 40 years, maybe more. Built a company, made a fortune, lost a wife, missed my children growing up. All because I thought if I stopped running, time would catch me." "What changed?" "My son died." Marcus felt like he'd been punched. "I'm sorry." "Car accident. I am 28 years old. I was in a meeting when it happened. A very important meeting. Merger worth $20 million. I got the call, ignored it. Called back an hour later." The old man's hands never stopped moving, still drawing. "He was already gone." "That's terrible." "You know what the terrible part was? I couldn't remember the last time we talked. Really talked. I've been too busy running." They sat in silence. Around them, the city roared, cars honking, people rushing, the constant hum of motion. "So you stopped," Marcus finally said. "I stopped chasing time, yes. It took me another 5 years to learn the difference." "What difference?" The old man looked at him directly. "Between stopping time and stopping the chase. You can't stop time. It moves at its own pace, indifferent to your panic. But you can stop chasing it. You can stop trying to beat it, control it, maximize it. You can just be in it. But if you stop chasing, what happens?" The old man smiled. "Life happens. The thing you were running toward all along, you find it was right here the whole time." Marcus looked at the drawing. The bird the old man had never seen but somehow remembered perfectly. Every feather detailed, every curve of wing and beak alive on the page. "How do you do it?" Marcus asked. "How do you stop?" "The same way you do anything, one moment at a time." The recital. Saturday afternoon, 2:47 p.m. Marcus stood in the parking lot of Emma's school, his hand on the car door. He'd driven here directly from his apartment, canceling the London call, ignoring the 17 messages on his phone. He was early, 13 minutes early. The thought made him laugh. Even when trying not to optimize, he'd optimized being on time. He walked into the auditorium. Parents were finding seats, programs rustling. The stage was set with risers for the choir. Young girls in matching dresses were peeking out from behind the curtain, whispering and giggling. Marcus found a seat in the 4th row. Not too close, not too far. Through the gap in the curtains, he could see Emma. She was looking at the audience, searching. Their eyes met. Her face transformed. Surprise, then joy, then something more complicated. Hope mixed with caution. She'd been disappointed before. Marcus waved. Emma waved back, then disappeared behind the curtain. The recital began. Marcus had been to dozens of corporate presentations, had sat through countless meetings. But he'd never paid attention like this. Every note Emma sang, he heard. Every expression on her face, he saw. She was good, really good. When did that happen? The answer hit him hard. She'd probably always been good. He just hadn't been there to notice. After the recital, Emma ran down from the stage, still in her performance dress. She stopped a few feet from him, suddenly shy. "Hi, Dad." "Hi, sweetheart. You were amazing." "Really? Really? I didn't know you could sing like that." Emma shrugged, but she was beaming. "I've been practicing a lot." Rachel appeared, Emma's coat in her hands. She looked at Marcus with surprise. "You made it." "I said I'd try." "You said you'd check your schedule." "I did. I cleared it." Rachel studied him for a long moment. "Who are you? And what have you done with Marcus Webb?" He laughed. Felt strange, rusty. "Can I take you both to dinner? Anywhere Emma wants." Emma's eyes went wide. "Really? But don't you have to work?" The question broke his heart. He knelt down to her level. "Not today. Today I want to spend time with my daughter. If that's okay with you." "Okay." Emma threw her arms around his neck. "That's perfect." Over her shoulder, Marcus met Rachel's eyes. She looked skeptical but hopeful. He didn't blame her. He'd made promises before and broken them. This would take time. But for the first time in years, he had time. The Monday test. Monday morning. The real test. Marcus woke at 4:47. Old habits died hard. But he didn't leap out of bed. He lay there for a few minutes, listening to the silence. Then he got up slowly, made coffee, sat by the window. He arrived at the office at 8:15, late by his old standards. Jennifer did a double take when he walked in. "Morning," he said. "How was your day off?" "It was strange, actually. I didn't know what to do with myself." "That's sad." "Sir, that both of us have forgotten how to just be. No meetings until 10, right?" "Right, but..." "Good." Marcus sat at his desk and did something he'd never done before. He turned off his computer. Then he pulled out a notebook, actual paper, and began to write. He wrote about the old man, about Emma's recital, about the sunrise he'd watched, about all the things he'd been missing while he was running. At 9:30, Jennifer knocked. "Mr. Webb, are you okay?" "I'm thinking." "About what?" "About what we're doing here. Why are we doing it? Whether any of it matters." Jennifer shifted nervously. "Should I call someone?" Marcus looked up. "Did you know that Tom from operations has 2 sons? 8 and 6. He barely sees them." Yes." "Did you know that you answered my emails on your sister's wedding day?" "You needed..." "No," Marcus interrupted. "I wanted to. There's a difference." "Jennifer, how many hours do you work a week?" "I don't know. 60? 70? "And do you love it?" She opened her mouth, closed it. "I'm good at it." "That's not what I asked." Jennifer was quiet for a long moment. "No," she finally said. "I don't love it, but it's a good job. Pays well. It's important." "Is it? What are we doing that's so important it's worth giving up our lives?" "We're building a business, creating value. That's what you've always said." "I know what I've said." Marcus stood and walked to the window. The city sprawled below, everyone rushing. But I think I've been wrong about a lot of things. Mr. Webb, starting today, things are going to change. No more 70-hour weeks. No more emails on weekends. No more pretending that our productivity matters more than our lives. Jennifer stared at him. The board will never. The board works for us, not the other way around. Marcus turned to face her. Here's what I want you to do. Schedule a meeting with HR. We're implementing new policies, mandatory time off, flexible schedules, and I want to start a mentorship program. A mentorship program? For employees' kids. Bring them to the office, show them what their parents do. Let them see that work doesn't have to mean abandoning everything else. Sir, I don't understand. What's happened to you? Marcus smiled. I ran into someone who made me think, and then I stopped running long enough to listen. The resistance. The changes didn't come easy. The board meeting on Tuesday was a disaster. Marcus proposed cutting everyone's expected weekly hours from 60 to 70 to 45 to 50. The room erupted. We'll lose our competitive edge, the CFO argued. We'll lose clients, said the VP of sales. We'll lose everything we've built, said the board chairman. Marcus listened to them all. Then he spoke quietly. We're already losing. We're losing our health, our families, our sanity. What's the point of building an empire if we're too burned out to enjoy it? The point is profit, the chairman said flatly. That's always been the point. Has it? Marcus pulled out his laptop and turned it toward them. Last quarter, we had 17 stress-related resignations, 12 employees out on medical leave. Our turnover rate is 43%. Do you know how much that costs us? Not just in money, but in knowledge, experience, relationships. So we hire more people. We change how we work, Marcus interrupted. We stop treating humans like machines. We build a company that people want to work for, not one they escape from. This is insane, the CFO said. Marcus, are you having some kind of breakdown? Maybe, Marcus admitted, or maybe I'm finally waking up. The vote was close, but Marcus controlled enough shares to push it through. The changes would happen. Not everyone was happy about it. Tom from operations came to his office that afternoon. Mr. Webb, I wanted to say thank you. For what? For the new policies. Last night I made it home for dinner. Got there at 6. My boys didn't recognize me at first. Tom's voice cracked. My wife cried. She said she'd been waiting for me to come back for 3 years. Marcus felt his throat tighten. I'm glad, Tom. I know a lot of people think you've lost it, but I think maybe you've found it. After Tom left, Marcus sat alone in his office. His phone was full of messages. Angry clients, frustrated executives, confused stakeholders. Everyone wanted to know what was wrong with him. Nothing was wrong. For the first time in years, something was right. The drawing lesson. Marcus started taking his lunch breaks on that same street corner where the old man drew. Sometimes they talked. Sometimes they sat in silence. Marcus learned his name was Henry. You're doing the hard thing, Henry said one day, changing after you've built a whole life on being a certain way. Everyone thinks I'm crazy. Maybe you are, but there's good crazy and bad crazy. Running yourself into the ground is bad crazy. Stopping to breathe is good crazy. Marcus watched Henry draw. Today it was the corner building, the way the light hit its windows. "Will you teach me?" Marcus asked suddenly. "To draw. To see. The way you do." Henry smiled. "Seeing isn't something you teach. It's something you allow." "I don't understand." "You've been running so fast for so long, you've trained yourself not to see. Seeing takes time. It requires stillness. And stillness requires courage." "Courage?" "Sure. When you're still, you have to face yourself. All the things you've been running from catch up. That's scary." Marcus thought about that. "Show me anyway." Henry handed him a pencil and paper. "Draw what you see." Marcus looked at the building across the street. He started to sketch, trying to capture the lines, the windows, the details. His drawing looked stiff, mechanical. Nothing like Henry's fluid, living art. "You're drawing what you think you should see," Henry said, "not what's actually there." "What's the difference?" "What you think you should see is based on symbols. This is a building, so it should look like this. What's actually there is light, shadow, shape, feeling. The building isn't just a structure. It's alive, changing every second. Draw that." Marcus tried again. This time he didn't think about making it look right. He just really looked, and moved his hand. The drawing was worse, technically, but something about it felt more true. "Better," Henry said. "You're beginning to see." The cost. Not everything got better. Marcus lost clients, big ones. Companies that wanted the old Marcus, the one who never slept and always delivered. They went to competitors who still ran that race. The stock price dipped. Shareholders grumbled. 2 board members resigned in protest. His bank account was still healthy, but the empire was shrinking. Rachel noticed. "Are you okay?" she asked during Emma's drop-off. "Honestly, I don't know. I'm changing everything about my life, and I don't know if it's brave or stupid." "Can I tell you something?" Rachel sat on his couch, the first time she'd entered his apartment in 3 years. "When we were married, I used to pray you'd fail." Marcus flinched. "Not catastrophically," she continued, "just enough to make you stop, to make you realize there were more important things than winning. I thought if you lost something big, you'd finally see what you were doing to yourself, to us." "I'm sorry," Marcus said quietly. "I know, and I can see you're trying. Emma sees it too. She talks about you differently now." Yeah, she says you're finally dad. Not just the guy who pays for things and misses recitals." That night, Marcus couldn't sleep. He pulled out his laptop, old reflexes, and looked at the quarterly reports. The numbers told a story of decline. Web Industries wasn't failing, but it wasn't soaring either. He thought about what Henry had said, you can't stop time, but you can stop chasing it. Maybe declining was okay. Maybe smaller was okay. Maybe enough was enough. He closed the laptop and picked up his sketchbook instead. He'd been practicing every day, filling pages with terrible drawings. But slowly they were getting less terrible. He was learning to see. He drew Emma's face from memory, the way she'd looked at the recital, singing with everything she had, the joy on her face when she'd hugged him. That was worth more than any profit margin. The decision. 6 months after running into Henry, Marcus made the biggest decision of his career. He called a company-wide meeting. Everyone gathered in the main conference hall, uncertain and anxious. Marcus stood on the stage and looked at them, really looked at them, faces he'd seen 1,000 times but never truly noticed, people who'd given him years of their lives. "I've been thinking a lot about success," he began, "about what it means, what it costs, whether it's worth it. For most of my life, I defined success by metrics, profit margins, market share, productivity. If the numbers went up, I was winning. If they went down, I would lose. But I've realized something. Those metrics don't measure what matters. They don't measure whether your kids know you, whether you've seen a sunset recently, whether you're actually living or just surviving." He paused. The room was silent. "So here's what I've decided. Web Industries is changing. Not just our policies, but our mission. We're no longer going to chase infinite growth. We're going to chase sufficiency." Murmurs rippled through the crowd. Sufficiency means enough profit to be sustainable, enough growth to be healthy, enough work to be productive, but not enough to destroy us. It means success is measured by whether our people are thriving, not just whether our stock price is rising. "Some of you will hate this," Marcus continued. "Some of you will leave. That's okay. I'm not asking everyone to follow me down this path. But for those who stay, I promise you something. We're going to build a company that you don't need to escape from. A place where work is part of life, not instead of it." The applause started slowly, then built. Not everyone clapped. Marcus could see the skeptics, the angry faces, but enough did. That afternoon, his CFO resigned. So did 3 other executives. But Tom from operations came to his door with a smile. "I'm in," he said. "Whatever you're building, I want to help. Even if we never become the biggest company in our industry, especially then." 1 year later, the board meeting in his new conference room was different from the old ones. Started at 10 a.m., not 6. There was coffee, but also fruit and pastries. People weren't checking their phones every 30 seconds. Marcus presented the year's results. Revenue was down 7%. Profit margins had shrunk. Market share had declined. But, he continued, employee turnover is down 62%. Stress-related medical claims are down 80%. Our employee satisfaction scores are the highest in the industry, and we're attracting the kind of talent that's tired of the grind, experienced, skilled people who want to work differently. "So we're making less money," the chairman said. "We're making enough money, and we're making better lives. That's not measurable, isn't it?" Marcus pulled up a slide. "Tom from operations started a mentorship program. We now have 50 employee kids who come to the office once a month, learning about business, building relationships with their parents' colleagues. Jennifer from my executive team launched a wellness initiative, yoga classes, mental health days, financial planning workshops. We're not just employing people, we're supporting them." The chairman shook his head. This is still a business, Marcus, not a charity. It's both, Marcus said, and I think that's okay. After the meeting, Marcus walked to his usual spot. Henry was there, as always, drawing. "How'd it go?" Henry asked. "Mixed. We're not failing, but we're not conquering either." "And how do you feel about that?" Marcus sat down and pulled out his own sketchbook. "I feel like I'm finally running the race I was meant to run." He began to draw the street scene, the people passing, the cars, the buildings. His technique had improved. More than that, his seeing had improved. He noticed things now. The way light fell, the expressions on faces, the small moments that made life beautiful. "You know what I realized?" Marcus said, still drawing. "I spent 42 years trying to beat time. But time isn't the enemy. Wasting time is the enemy. And I'd been wasting it by not living it." Henry smiled. "That's wisdom. It's painful wisdom. The best kind usually is." The recital again. Emma's spring recital. Marcus sat in the same auditorium, 4th row, 13 minutes early. But this time, Rachel sat next to him. "This feels familiar," she said. "Good familiar or bad familiar?" "Good, I think. Strange, but good." They'd been talking more, having dinners, the three of them. Nothing romantic yet, maybe never again, but something warmer than the cold efficiency of divorce. Emma appeared on stage in her choir dress. She'd been cast as a soloist this time, a reward for her improvement. When she started singing, her voice filled the auditorium. Marcus felt tears on his cheeks. He didn't brush them away. Rachel reached over and took his hand, just for a moment, just long enough to say, "I see you trying." After the recital, Emma ran down. "Did you like it?" "I loved it," Marcus said. "You were incredible. Mom says you might come to dinner more often, like regular dinner. Is that true?" Marcus looked at Rachel, who shrugged. "If it's okay with everyone," he said, "I'd like that very much." Emma hugged him. "Good, because I missed you, like the real you, not the busy version." "I missed me too, sweetheart, but I'm back now." That night, Marcus sat in his apartment and looked at his life. The business was smaller. His bank account was less impressive. He'd gone from empire builder to just another CEO running a mid-sized company. But Emma knew him. Rachel was speaking to him. His employees didn't dread coming to work. And he'd drawn 17 sketches that week, terrible sketches, but his own. He was nobody special anymore, just a man trying to live well. It was enough. The full circle. 2 years after running into Henry, Marcus got a call that the old man was in the hospital. He went immediately. Henry looked small in the hospital bed, surrounded by machines, but his eyes were still bright. "Marcus," he said, "you came." "Of course I came." "Did you bring your sketchbook?" Marcus laughed and pulled it out. "Always." "Show me." Marcus opened it. 2 years of drawings. Streets, buildings, Emma's face, Rachel's smile, the sunrise, the office, everything he'd learned to see. Henry flipped through the pages slowly. You've learned well. I had a good teacher. I didn't teach you anything. I just gave you permission to stop running. They sat in comfortable silence. Finally, Marcus asked, "Are you scared of dying?" "No, I stopped being scared when I stopped running. Death is just time's way of saying you've reached the finish line. The question is whether you ran the whole race or if you stopped to enjoy the scenery. I'm glad you stopped me that day." "I didn't stop you. You stopped yourself. I just happened to be in your way." Henry smiled. "That's how it works sometimes. We need to crash into something to realize we're running." Marcus stayed until visiting hours ended. He came back the next day, and the next. On the fourth day, Henry's son was there, a man about Marcus's age with kind eyes. "You must be Marcus," he said. "Dad talked about you, said you were learning to see." "He taught me a lot." "He taught me too. It took me a while to listen, but I got there." The son smiled sadly. "Don't wait as long as I did. Whatever you need to do, whoever you need to tell you love them, do it now." Henry passed away that night, peacefully, in his sleep. At the funeral, Marcus met Henry's family. 3 children, 7 grandchildren. They all had stories about the old man, about his drawings, his wisdom, his gentle insistence that life was for living. "He changed my life," Marcus told them. "He changed a lot of lives," Henry's daughter said. "That's what happens when you stop running. You finally have time to touch people." The man who stopped. 5 years after the collision. Marcus woke at 5:30, not because an alarm told him to, but because he was ready. He made coffee slowly, savoring it. He sat by his window and watched the sunrise, drawing it in his sketchbook. At 8 o'clock, Emma called. 15 years old now, in high school. "Morning, Dad. Still coming to my game tonight. Wouldn't miss it." "Good. I'll play better if you're there." "You always play great. But better when you're watching." At 9 o'clock, Marcus arrived at the office. Web Industries occupied a single floor now, not 5. They downsized, refocused, rebuilt around the principle of sufficiency. They were profitable, stable, and most importantly, humane. Jennifer greeted him with coffee and a smile. "Morning, boss. Light day today, just 3 meetings." "Perfect. That gives me time to think." "You and your thinking," she laughed. "Who'd have thought the great Marcus Webb would become a philosopher?" "Not a philosopher, just a person who stopped running." The day unfolded at a human pace. Meetings where people actually talked, not just presented. Lunch with Tom from operations and his sons, who'd come to visit the office. An hour in the afternoon where Marcus just drew, sketching his colleagues as they worked. At 5:30 he left, not because he had to, but because he wanted to. Emma's soccer game started at 6:30, and he'd promised to be early. Rachel was already there when he arrived. They sat together in the bleachers, watching their daughter run across the field. "She's got your determination," Rachel said. "And your grace," Marcus replied. "Look at us, being friendly." "More than friendly, I hope." She smiled. "One step at a time, Marcus. You're doing good, better than good, but some things take time." "I've got time." Emma scored a goal. They both jumped up, cheering. For a moment, Marcus remembered who he used to be. The man who would have missed this, who would have been in a meeting, who would have sacrificed this joy for another dollar, another deal, another illusion of success. That man was gone. In his place was just Marcus, imperfect, present, alive. After the game, Emma ran to them, sweaty and grinning. "Did you see? Did you see?" "We saw," Marcus said, hugging her. "You were amazing." "Ice cream." "Always." They went to the same place they'd been going for 5 years now, a tradition built one evening at a time. Marcus ordered chocolate. Emma got strawberries. Rachel chose vanilla. They sat in a booth, talking and laughing. Emma told them about school, her friends, her dreams. Marcus listened, really listened, storing up every detail, every moment. This was a success. Not the metrics, not the numbers, not the empire. This, right here, right now. As they walked to their cars, Emma between them holding both their hands, Marcus looked up at the sky. The stars were beginning to appear in the darkening blue. He thought about Henry, about that collision that had changed everything, about the question that had haunted him. What are you early for? Now he knew the answer. He wasn't early for anything. He wasn't chasing some future moment when life would finally start, when success would finally feel like enough. He was here, now, at this moment. And it was enough. It was more than enough. It was everything. Marcus Webb, the man who had spent 42 years running from time, had finally stopped. And in stopping, he'd found what he'd been chasing all along. Not more time, but the time he already had. The present moment, stretching out before him like an open road. No longer running. Finally home.